the notion of gratitude is so very embedded within Jewish culture in every level. It's embedded even in a very clear way as a I would say an obligation, a moral obligation, sometimes even a legal obligation. That you have to be thankful and receptive, and as much as you can also to behave in a way that shows the appreciation of something good that has been done to you. Now, that begins from the very beginning, and in a certain way, you may say that some of the basic notions of Judaism that are not always understood in this way are essentially notions of gratitude. The very first notions about the children of Adam, they bring the sacrifice, which is sacrifice just for that, for gratitude. What the Bible writes about is about Cain and Abel, younger or older people, are doing something which is a sacrifice just for thanks. So this notion is so very old, to be thankful. If anybody, man or God, did something good to you, you have your response should be accordingly. So the notion of gratitude it goes on. I mean, you can read it from the very beginning of the Bible. The notion that there is gratitude, and I have to thank and to behave accordingly with man and with God in the same way. So it's not always written explicitly in this language, but as a basic notion, it is found everywhere. A person may say, it's a summertime. I'm hot. I'm sweating, and a wind comes. So, do I feel gratitude? Some people do. Now, if a fellow is a poet, he may write an ode to the wind that gave me so much refreshment. The notion of blessings is surely an expression of gratitude. When you have it, when you say the whole ceremony of bringing in the first fruit to the temple is clearly a ceremony of proclaiming our gratitude, historical and practical, to the Almighty. So it is in many ways, you may say that so many of the commandments that are to commemorate things are in the same level. There are ways you express gratitude. I thank God for saving my parents from Egypt. Thank God for leading us to the desert, and of course the huge number of practical blessings, which is the number is not so, it's so very big, because it's in a way trying to express and to pronounce the notion of gratitude is, okay, I grab this piece of bread. So now, if you are trained Jewishly, you don't grab a piece of bread. First of all, you say blessing on the bread, which means, first of all, you have to say thank you. See, later on, you are allowed to eat. In the Talmud, a person is not allowed to enjoy the world without a blessing. So the blessing is blessing is basically thank you. A great part of the notion of any kind of religion is the notion of gratitude. You can go through the Bible, or possibly to almost every other book, and you can see the same thing, that being ungrateful is considered a sin. A sin, even though it may not be defined in particular as a sin in itself, but that is a sinful expression. Having an intellectual understanding of gratitude is very helpful because, as I say, we live in a kind of a life, and generally speaking, awareness is not so very common. We are aware only partially for anything that happens to us. We are not aware enough. So we have to, we don't get it immediately, if you don't have any immediate response. So we have to be taught, and we have to understand that a certain behavior is the right thing to do. And now you can deal with it in many levels, from a theological level, of say, to a human level, to, as I say, almost I would say, biological level, saying that this notion of gratitude is the basis of any kind of real communication between individuals that is not completely utilitarian. Our relationship to God is one of the most complex things that we have. Among others, it is because it is not a one-sided relationship. It has, when we deal with God, we deal with a multitude of facets. And so it's not all of them in the same way. So even the notion of gratitude, it seems to be a very natural, basic religion. Basic religion, again, I say, it is not connected with a monotheistic religion. It's not connected with a spiritual religion. It's connected sometimes with even the notion that somebody is giving. See, so the fact that somebody is giving and that it has or it needs to have a response is very basic.